Hi, welcome to Module 2, Hidden Blocks. See, let me tell you a story about one of so many small chronic illnesses I developed due to the inability of letting go. Okay? I used to have a lot of sinus infection. Like a lot. Like they started when I was in my early teens. They started during a moment where I felt abandoned. I felt that I had no one. When you're in your early teens and you experience a life either of violence before that or that country oppression, and your mom has to become two, and when you're a kid and your mom has to either work a lot at home and you have siblings, and you know she used to let them watch me, right? So but on all of this, because my mom she has always been a workaholic, my mother, till this day she won't sit to relax 5 minutes. So she also has a cleaning OCD, right? So being raised by a super mom, the one that had it already, and the house was impeccable, I noticed that my brother was getting sinus infections back home when I was when I was 8 or 9. And that created a tension at home. We will talk about his sinus problems. Then when I got to my teens, I moved to United States, and I felt that loneliness because my mom had a real job now in America, not like in South America where she was a stay-home mom. However, she was very busy, again, workaholic, right? So this triggered something in my teens for me to create a sinus infection, right? At this time, I don't know it's happening, okay? So what happened is, in my teens, I had the reaction coming, now I have allergies, and now I have to take a pill once in a while. So now my mom wants to make sure it's something that she helps me cope with and gives me advice about it. So I'm getting attention from my mom. In my 20s, it got worse. My 20s, I had to take a little bit more pills. I had to do neti washes. In my 30s, went full on a daily pill. I had to do more nasal cleanses, acupuncture, like a lot. Like I will leave with a pill. I will wake up and I'll make sure I see that pill. I'll take it, and then I can go through my day, every day. Okay, traveling, find it however it is of a generic brand. Well, I need to get it, right? Now, what happened in my 30s is that I learned how to find the blocks that bring this into being. Okay, I was able through, this is my example, right? I was able through hypno-regression find that moment in time where I recognize that I don't have a sinus and allergy. I have an emotional block, a mental emotional block. Because when you're younger than 10, everything is intensified. Your emotions are way bigger. Your experiences are more impacting. So that's what I did. I took all that emotion and I took it upon myself to create attention. And this is one example from our siblings and how to, right? Our heroes. So after I will show you in the next module how to find those. Okay, so these blocks are hidden through many passages, you know, through maybe the dust, maybe because I lay on the floor, like I get allergies, like, and your mind starts developing a world around an illness, And that was what's happening to me. And that's one of many blocks I noticed. I actually had money for a house, but I never thought I did. The moment I removed my blocks, a month later, I already had my first home. So it's sort of like that. You keep telling yourself you don't have enough. So that's what we're going to remove. And we're going to find those deep, deep, deep treasures, deep secrets that you actually hid for self-preservation, for protection. Okay? We just have to put breath into it, and we will localize these memories coming from a past life represented as a graphic picture, or maybe you found a graphic picture, even that it might be from a movie, from an experience, something you're saying, a graphic picture that will tell you this is why you have this problem. Now that you know a little bit how deep you can hide those self-preservation painful moments, right? So now that you understand, okay, a little bit more about that, at one point, anything that you hide, anything that, like lies, they always come afloat. So it's the same way. The same way we put them in, at one point they will start leaking ideas, thoughts, blocks, and then we need to find them. That's the journey, right? That's the amazing journey of why you're here. I mean, you're watching this because you know this information already. You just need a refresher of who you are. Okay, so I wrote a few things in here, some examples that are typical of hidden problems, stories, lies, reality, perception, right? Your parents mentioning often how broke they are and how poor they are, even if they weren't, just to give you a lesson on what the money has to be respected, like anything, like energy it is, right? Like maybe you were bitten by a spider when you were 5 years old, and then you created a phobia, like spider phobia. And it was mainly because at that age you're impacted more by anything, by someone being aggressive, or someone or something being aggressive to your body, right? But when you're an adult and you get bitten by a spider and you don't have that trauma as an adult, the first experience might just be more simple than a kid's story. Like the way that the kid can embellish, right? He can dramatize, right? So if you believe in past lives, you know, you have a feeling of despair, feeling of disconnection, that is just going to manifest as the loner, or the one that every time he or she loves too much and then takes it all away, kind of. So a person with some imagining something else is part of them, they haven't found their twin flame, or the love of their life, and it might be themselves, yourself telling yourself like you're not enough, because family members went through this dramatic moment, and maybe meeting someone right now, I'm not ready right now, I'm not ready, I don't want that right now, because if I'll do it right now it will be painful. Like you being on your 30s with a career and saying no, I can't have kids with a career, but then you stumble upon time and realize, oh, I do have time. But because you have told yourself no, no, no for so long, your body's making the wishes come true. So that's the reset we want to do with these hidden blocks, right? So yeah. So that's pretty much like how we're gonna start finding the deep roots of hidden blocks. Okay, I'm gonna move on to module 3. That sorry, I got really excited. I already did my meditation. I already did my and when I say meditation, I mean maybe I could change a word here, but to me it's more than just a word. It's a discovery. You just don't close your eyes and just like, no, you can do more than just close your eyes and like wait for nothing and then like have a moment and then come back. You can start the journey with your imagination, and that's what we're going to do. So I'll tell you more about myself, about my 20s, you know, my reckless 20s, my enlightening 30s, right? And then now I'm in my 40s, so I'm so excited to bring this knowledge, and I'm always going to have an intention. Okay, we're gonna learn that. Thank you. Now we're gonna have a recap on module 2, hidden blocks. A mental block can suppress the possibility of letting go of the negative emotions from personal experiences, perceptions, and ideas. How do we find those hidden memories that are impacting our mental and physical state? By learning how to access the feelings of letting go through intention. Can we remove the emotion of a heartbreak? Yes, you can find the hidden memories that keeps you entangled in a relationship or a habit that might not be so good for you.